Witt here. Super excited to be with you guys today. And first off, I want to apologize, guys. I have been having some tech issues. It hasn't been letting me actually do a post. So I apologize that I haven't been able to get on and that I am way late jumping on. I definitely apologize for that. So, yep, I see it. Okay, go play. Okay, go play. I got it. Go play. Go. Okay, go. Go outside. Go outside. Hurry. Go outside and do it. I apologize, guys. You're gonna hear my 3-year-old a lot during this. But for those of you who are gonna be jumping on, hopefully this isn't gonna be like a crazy chaotic DDOA, but chances are it's going to be. I'm flying solo today. Carrie is actually at the Fast Track weekend with Elite Marketing Pro, teaching some awesome individuals. But for those of you who are going to be jumping on, just comment who you are, where you're from. Let me know where you're coming in from, just so that way I can give you guys a shout out. Catherine, Chuck, Jen, Jenny. We made it, Jenny. Michael, what's going on? Yeah, everybody is getting worried. I was getting messages from people checking to see if I was going to be going live. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. Okay, go outside. No. Go outside and go potty. Okay, go outside and go potty. Go. But so guys, I'm super excited to be with you guys today. And again, I apologize if you can hear my my 3-year-old in the background. He's going to be going crazy today. He has not been having a good day. School just started, so he's super tired all the time. But guys, I got an awesome DDOA for you guys. And so how many of you guys can relate to this? And just as you can see in the description, haven't made any money yet, maybe in your network marketing business, or maybe haven't made any money yet running Facebook ads, or don't have an audience that knows, like, and trusts you yet, or haven't signed up anyone yet. How many of you right now kind of feel that way at one point, or felt that way at one point or another? Maybe you feel it right now, or maybe you or have felt that and you've started to see some things happen with taking action in your business. But just drop me a comment if that's you right now, where you feel like you don't have a lot of influence, and how come anybody would listen to you because you don't have that influence. You're not able to you're not able to, you haven't signed up anybody, you haven't made any money yet or anything like that. How many of you guys feel that way right now? And if that's you, just comment me down below. Come here, buddy. Let's go out here. Come here. Let's go out here. Come on. No. Let's go. There we go. Sorry, guys. He's losing it. Hey, go right there. Go right there. No. He's going to lose it all day today, guys. It's going to be bad. Okay, come here. Do you want to go play? Want to go play? Go play. Oh, my God. It's going to be bad today. But so we're getting some me's coming in. Guys, so what we're going to be talking about today is how you can be a person of influence without the money, without the following, because a lot of people, that's probably one of the biggest concerns that I get right now for a lot of people is, and I probably get this message a few times a week, where I always get people reaching out and saying, how come anybody would listen to me? What's the reason anybody would listen to me if I haven't made any money yet, if I don't have a following? I'm just barely starting out and learning. How come anybody would want to listen to me and nobody's going to follow me on my Facebook Lives or anything like that? So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to comment, okay? I want you to comment one thing that's working for you guys right now inside your business, okay? And also what I want you guys to think about is how many people does it take for you to be an influencer of one people? How many people do you have to influence to actually consider yourself a person of influence? Okay, and I want you guys to answer that question for me, okay? So what is one good thing that's working in your business right now? And the second thing is how many people do you think it takes for you to be considered a person of influence inside your following of people? If you go, oh, and now I just got somebody at the door, guys. Hang on just a second. I got just people coming in at the door real quick. Hey, how are you? Good. Perfect. Sorry, I'm just on a call right here. No, you're good. I already got it. Perfect. What day are you doing that? I'm not sure yet. Yeah, okay, not sure yet. Starting today. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Carrie's getting back today, but we'll take care of that. Okay, thank you. We'll see you. Oh my God, guys, I told you this is going to be a crazy DDOA today. It is going to be a crazy one. It's all coming together full circle on this one. All right, one person, group building. So that's what's working for their business. That's awesome, Michael. One person is only going to take. Chuck, one person. Awesome. Okay, so the biggest thing that I want to talk to you guys about is just some simple things that you need to be doing to be a person of influence, okay? So today, what is one new thing that you have learned today? Okay, because this is a very, very simple concept of actually building an influence around people, and a lot of the times people are making it a lot harder than it actually has to be, and meaning that, you know, the 6 inches between their ears, that's where they're making it really, really hard and thinking, well, I don't know anything yet, I'm brand new, I haven't made any money, I don't have an audience of people that follow me yet, so how am I going to influence other people? Okay, so I'm going to prove it to you right now that you guys are actually an influence of people right now, just with a few hours of the day that have just started. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is I want you to comment one thing that has happened to you today that you could actually use as value in your business to educate your following of people. Okay, the beauty of live video, amen to that. Love it. Action makes it easy. Okay, awesome. So again, guys, comment just one thing real quick that has happened to you today that you know for a fact, something that you've learned, something that has happened to you, whether it be with your kids or something like that. Guys, I just barely in this Facebook Live with somebody coming to the door, with my son losing his stuff, I have a whole bunch of content that I'm actually going to be using now this week that's going to actually be relatable to my business, and I'm going to influence other people, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the learning, okay? The biggest thing that you need to be doing in order to be an influence to your audience of people, even without the money, without the following, without enrolling anybody, is that you need to be consistently learning a skill set. Okay, so for example, being intentional with the things that are going on around you, because a lot of people, they feel like they can't be a person of influence because they don't know what kind of content they should use. They feel like because they're just barely starting their journey with maybe transitioning their business from an offline to an online, that all of a sudden they feel like, well, I don't have any content, so I don't know what to share. Okay, so one thing that I do on a daily basis is I'm very intentional with my surroundings. I'm very intentional with the things that I'm learning on a daily basis. Okay, because I promise you, if you're learning something on a daily basis, I promise you that you will always have valuable content that's going to influence your following of people. And like a lot of you said, it doesn't take a whole lot of people to consider yourself an influence. If you've influenced one person today, you are already considered a person of influence on that individual. And so for an example, guys, you could be an influence. You can be an influencer of other people just by, let's say, for example, your friend comes and says, hey, you went and seen that movie the other night. Was it a good movie and should I go see it? If you say yes and they go see it and they like it, or if they don't like it, guess what? You just became a person of influence to that person because you recommended something and they liked it, and they can say, okay, cool. That is somebody that I'm going to listen to on the next movie that they go to before I go to, or whatever that may be. So you definitely want to be learning and being very intentional with what's going on around you in your daily life, because a lot of the content that's going to be relatable to your business, that's going to be relatable to your following of people, are actually things that are going to be happening today. Just like what just happened with my 3-year-old, how he lost his stuff, and then all of a sudden somebody came to my door and I had to pause for a minute. And like I said, I'm flying solo right now. And how many of you right then, when I had to go and answer the door, when my 3-year-old lost it, how many of you related to me right now? Okay, just drop me a me down below if you related to me right now. Okay, let's see here. 9, or am I watching it? This is a perfect example. I use my weekend of decorating in an email just now to sell an AMF. Jenny, that is freaking awesome. Thank you for sharing that. But how many of you guys could relate to that, what just happened to me in that Facebook Live? Okay, and how many of you guys felt influenced from that in a positive way? How many of you guys felt influenced in a positive way just because you realize that in a Facebook Live, it's not always roses, it's not always, you know, everything works perfectly. I've had tech issues all morning. I wasn't able to do the DDoA that I had planned out, I should say, and written down. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. Me, definitely real life. Absolutely. Okay, cool. So the second thing that I'm going to talk to you about is, the first thing is learning. So paying attention to your surroundings. Okay, the second thing that you need to be doing on a daily basis in order to continue to build that influence is content creation. So taking that learning, that influence, or the things that are happening around you, being intentional with maybe your kids going to school, like Jenny said here, she used her weekend of decorating in an email to sell AMF. Okay, believe me, what just happened is you guys will see this in an email probably. Okay, and this is an email that I'm gonna write. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see, perfection is a fantasy. Love it, Michael. People love real. It shows they can do it. Absolutely. Very real. So everybody, you got influence off of something that just happened. And guys, I'll be honest with you, in my mind, I'm just like, oh my God, this is a shitstorm. You know, like this is not going very good. But at the same time, I feel like there is going to be a lot of influence with you guys. You're going to realize that, holy crap, Whit just had a horrible Facebook Live. If I have a horrible Facebook Live later, it is totally going to be okay. All right. And so the second thing is you need to be generating content. So on a daily basis, you need to be focusing on generating content. Okay. So, and that's one thing. So taking the learning and everything that you've taken on a daily basis. So being intentional with paying attention to what's happening and then turning it around and creating content from that. Okay, because I promise you guys, you can sit here and think about everything that you're going to do, what you're going to say, but the only way that you're going to do it is actually if you put it into content. And then the third thing is actually taking action on that content. Okay, and that is how you're going to literally be a massive influence to your following of people. If you're learning on a daily basis, if you're generating content on a daily basis, and if you're taking action by putting that content out there. Okay, because this is the thing that we always overthink, is that we always overthink the fact of, you know, is this content valuable? And how many of you guys, when you go live, do you feel like this content is valuable? Right now, a little piece of me feels like this content is not necessarily valuable because everything is falling apart. My son keeps coming over, the doorbell rang, and I had to go and answer the door. Okay, right now in my brain, I'm feeling like I have an influence. But let's break this down just a little bit, okay? Because the cool thing about this is I want to find something externally verifiable that I've actually influenced you guys. And just by interacting with me, people love real. It shows they can do it. Jenny said that, okay? Did you see this? Yeah, thanks, Katrina. Tag people in this. It's the best, exactly. So yes, very real. You demand, Michael says. I love it. So, and guys, this is the whole point of content. This is the whole point of getting your content out there. And it doesn't take making a six-figure income. It doesn't take having a following of 200,000 people. It doesn't take any of that to be a person of influence, because the cool thing about doing these things, if you're learning on a daily basis and you're being intentional with the things that are going on around you, you're going to be able to generate some awesome content that is probably going to influence the majority of the people that follow you. And that's one thing that I want you guys to understand. And so how many of you guys right now believe you are a person of influence in your following of people? Okay. And now some of you have been around the community for a little while, and some of you have been taking action for a long period of time. Have you guys noticed a big difference from when you first started to where you are now when it comes to your influence? Does your influence continue to grow because you learn every day, you create content every day, you take action every single day in your business, and not just any type of action, but be very intentional with the actions that you're taking, okay? Hashtag value, you're in a real situation. Absolutely, I am. Thank you, Katrina. But guys, this is the biggest thing. Like, if you can follow these simple things, it's not going to matter about the money. It's not going to matter. People do not care about the money, because think about it this way, guys. When you're in a serious situation, let's say that you're in an emergency, and how many people have found the EMP community or joined network marketing because they were in a bad situation and they needed a way out? Okay, that was me. I was looking for another way to create more income because I was in a bad situation, right? I needed to make more money. I was losing my house. I was doing all these things. Okay, at that point, I came to a point of, I would say, probably desperation, where I was looking for anything that would have got me out of that situation. So when somebody brought me network marketing, when somebody wanted to talk to me about, hey, I got this stuff and I want you to come and sell it and do all that stuff, I was more open-minded to that. And so for a lot of people that you're going to influence, and the people that are going to be following you, even if you're brand new, the little bit of value that you're going to be sharing, they're not going to be thinking about, well, does this person make 6 figures? Has he started to use, or he or she started to use this in their business? Are they getting results with what they're teaching, and yada, 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 yada. Guys, I'll be absolutely honest with you. I have only had one person ever reach out and actually ask me, or actually tell me, I will only talk to you if you're only making 6 figures. That has happened only one time in almost coming on 2.5 to 3 years now, where I've actually had somebody do that. So when we get inside of our heads and we think, well, they're going to ask me, how much money have I made? Have you had any success with this? Guys, it's going to happen from time to time, but I bet you 95% of the time, if you're leading with value and education, if you're learning on a daily basis and you're creating content out of that stuff that you're learning, even if you're brand new to it, you don't fully understand it, but you're creating content out of it, and you're taking action and putting that content in front of your following, you will build the know, like, and trust factor. The money will follow. The audience of the know, like, and trust factor will follow, and people will start wanting to come and join your team and work with you. Okay, so guys, don't make this harder than it needs to be. There are these are just the basics of everything. It's just like, you know, when my high school basketball coach, very, very awesome individual, learned a lot from this guy, would consider him definitely a mentor. He was actually my dad's basketball coach in high school as well. And one of the biggest things that he did was about my sophomore year in high school, there was a big transition in coaching, where the coach that we had took on I think it was like an assistant principal or something like that. Anyways, he couldn't be a coach anymore for one reason or another. And so they brought in a new coach. And with this old coach, he was all about running special plays and doing all this stuff, everything fancy, fancy, fancy. Well, then the new coach came in and he's just like, I'm going to scrap all of this and we're going back to just simple, basic fundamentals of what works to create duplication, to create team structure, and make things happen. And I'll be honest with you, for 2 years of playing basketball for this individual, that's all we did was the basic principles on how to run just a basic play, how to do fundamentals of passing, shooting, all of that stuff. And we had 2 very, very successful seasons. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do, is to maybe step away from all of the fancy things that we could be doing and go back and reevaluate the fundamentals of what it is. And so for a lot of people in this community that are going to be brand new, these are the 3 things that I want you to some of the 3 things that I want you to start with when it comes to, if you're asking yourself that question right now, is anybody going to listen to me? Because I guarantee it's going to happen, especially for the new people inside this community. If I'm just getting started, what's the reason anybody would want to listen to me? I haven't made any money. I don't have a following. I haven't even used the system yet, so I can't consider myself the guru. Guys, I'm not asking anybody to be a guru. I'm not asking anybody to not be the person that they really are. What I'm asking you to do is actually start to take action in your business by leading with value and education. Okay, learning on a daily basis. If you're struggling with content right now, pay attention to what's happening around you. And like I said, with all the stuff that happened on this DDOA, guess who has a bunch of content that now I can create emails with, I can create posts with, I can literally do a whole bunch of stuff with all of this stuff in order to make some amazing content that's going to be relatable. And chances are people will want to come and work with me because of this thing that happened. What? Is it gone? Yeah. Is it all gone? Okay, go in the bathroom and go, and I'll be in there in a minute, okay? I'm coming. Okay, guys, well, guys, hopefully this is value. If you guys got value out of this, just drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys got any value out of this. I know it was it wasn't as structured as I was hoping it to be. but it made sense in my brain at first, and then everything happened, and then it just became scrambled eggs inside my brain. But anyways, guys, I got the 3 points that I wanted to get across when really everybody on here so far is probably a person of influence. If you've shared valuable content, you are a person of influence. Now the goal is, and I did an amazing Facebook Live about this not too long ago about growing, engaging, and promoting. As your audience gets bigger and bigger, you're going to influence a lot more people. Stop worrying about whether or not you think it's valuable or anybody else thinks it's valuable. If you got value out of learning something and you feel like it's helped you move forward, I promise you it's going to be valuable content to somebody else if you're intentional with delivering that content. So learning it, creating the content, and then taking action on that content. Okay, awesome. Start to take action by leading with value. Pay attention to what is happening around you and share it. Love it. Awesome, guys. Well, guys, absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. And just a few quick shout outs. Tracy, Angeline, Jenny, Michael, Tanya, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on. Kristen, Katrina, thanks for commenting. Sally, guys, this is a work of art. Yeah, guys, I'll be honest with you. I had structure, and now I'm just, at one point I feel like I know I am flying from the seat of my pants at this point because I can't keep a train of thought with everything that's going on. But guys, absolutely love you guys. Stay on the lookout for Daily Dose of Awesome tomorrow, which will be going live at 1 p.m. Eastern time, hopefully without any technical difficulties. But guys, thanks for coming in, hanging out today. And again, if you got value out of this, don't be afraid to share this with your following of people. Okay, definitely share valuable content, things that you got value out of. Definitely share that and brighten up your audience of people with that know, like, and trust factor. Guys, absolutely love you guys. We'll see you guys hopefully here soon when me and Carrie are going to be on another Daily Dose, but be on the lookout for the Daily Dose of Awesome tomorrow, and we'll see you all soon. See you guys.